What's up, fam? It's Tuesday. Hey, I'm in the saddle. It's your boy, Creative Brother. I'm in the saddle, and I'm about to give you a little bit more information along the lines of how we do things here. I am so glad you took the time to spend this moment with me. And if you like what I'm saying, please hit the subscribe button because without you, nothing is possible. But with you, everything is possible. So come on, keep coming back, keep staying with me, keep sharing the love, share with others, tell another, so we can get this thing rolling, man. There's a lot of room for positivity in this social space, and we need to get it popping. Let's not leave ourselves out. So if you got some friends and some family members out there who have not heard about me, and you have not taken the time to share my video with them so far, here's my question to you. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? The fact that what? They may not like the content? That's okay. People have the right to like what they would like and not like what they don't want to like. That's okay with me. And it should be okay with you. Having said that, let's get into it. Now, check this out. If you are a person that finds yourself often being the problem instead of the solution, I want you, before I go any further, to ask yourself, why am I always the damn problem? When am I going to be the solution or part of the solution? How come every time I do something, I'm always causing problems? People feelings get hurt. People get upset at me. People don't want to deal with me. I am labeled. I'm called outside my name. And I'm always being looked at as a pariah of happiness. Why is that? And I'll put some things in your mind. Is it because that your stuff that you're doing is too agenda driven? I'm not saying I know this. I'm just asking you to think about it. Is it because you're too damn selfish? Again, don't notice, asking you to think about it. Is it because when you look at a situation, you only see how it benefits you, which derive from selfishness, right? Is it because you're actually doing the things you do because you're like a kid, you need the attention from others? Whatever your reasons are that often lands you in a situation where people deem you a problem, here is the day that you change it. Today is the day. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Today is the day that you change it. If you want to, of course. If you like being labeled a problem, then continue along. But if you want things to be better, which I would like to believe you do because you're on this airspace, sharing this airspace with me, I am believing that you want things to be better. And if you do, that means after this video clicks off, your ass will start doing things differently. You have that power. You have that ability. You will shift from being the problem to being the solution. And when you become the solution, you will see a whole nother perspective of life. There's so many versions for yourself that you have not discovered that you have actually come to believe that your ass is a problem. Because you could add up and people will call out all your issues mistake by mistake, which you call mistakes, which I just call habits. Because a mistake is generally one time. Come on, let's be fair. You know what I'm saying? After that, you have just decided this was going to be a habit forming behavior. But we're not going to spend a lot of time on that because although we know this to be true, we will stay on point. I want you to think about being the solution. So one of the ways you do that is not to allow yourself to be baited into doing the same things you did before in the same manner to get the same results. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. If you are that person doing that to you, well, we know you need to get some help because you need to be realigning your thinking to understand that's not going to work. At the same time, I want you to save yourself some personal agony. Yeah, I want you to be free from the criticism that's heaped upon you for the things that you do, the shunning that people may extend to you for the things that you say and do. I want to protect you from that. And as I speak to you, I hope that you will have a plan to protect yourself. Being part of the solution to anything is relatively easy. Two things you need. You need an end vision. You need an end vision. The end vision tells you, pretty much speaks to how you get into the situation you get into. And the end vision addresses how it will end. Very simple, right? Once you create your end vision of why you should get into, it's like a business plan, and the end vision, how do you want it to end, is your objective, your goal, then you could draw a line back from the end vision to the end vision and see how everything maps up. And if the end vision is not speaking to the end vision, then you have gone off course somewhere. If your intent is good, your outcome should be good. I'll make it simple. If your intent is good, your outcome should be good. But if your intent is wrong, then your outcome will be wrong. Initiate input, output, right? Your output is a reflection of what is your input. Okay? You don't put money in the bank, substantial amount of money, and you need a substantial amount of money to use for whatever you got going on. A lot of time you can't use your own money. You don't have that kind of money in there because you didn't put that kind of money in the bank. Input equals output. I need 100,000, and you put 100,000 in the bank. Because if I want to use my own money, other than that, I got to borrow it. I got to borrow it. Being part of the solution is making sure you think the situation through. So that means your emotional self has to be talking to your rational self, and your rational self has to be talking to your emotional self. And that conversation got to be ongoing all the time. If you're a person that's a highly emotional person, and a lot of things get you, and you do a lot of things by making emotional decisions, which generally be bad emotional decisions, once you leave this video space today, try to develop yourself from a rational. Try to develop yourself rationally. Not irrationally, but rationally. Try to find pros and cons, induction and deduction into situation. Induce and deduce. Learn how to look at things in ways that not only do you benefit, but all relative individuals benefit. Most business owners does not think about how they'll benefit if they have investors. They have to think of how the investors will benefit just as well. Homeowners then consider how the people live in their home will benefit just as well as they. Mothers and fathers have the same level of responsibility. Your mother don't go to the store and buy just, groceries for herself. She go to the store and she buy groceries for everybody. Right? You must take on that level of approach in dealing with matters. It's not about eating up all the damn food. It's not about spending all the money. It's not about hoarding everything and letting everybody else and leave each man for himself. It's making sure that when the opportunity presents itself, that you consider everybody. Everybody. So now you are considered a part of the solution. And if you have not done that before, I think now is a good time to start. Challenge yourself, get to know yourself, challenge yourself, and make better decisions. This is your boy, Creative Brother. Peace. Till I see you.